Hi everybody, and welcome to Canning with Cricket. Ha. So first I want to put a disclaimer out there. Please do not copy, my recipes. You want to do a research when you're doing canning, because I'm still a newbie and I'm just cutting on the camera and bringing you along. So please make sure when you do canning that you do your own research, because like I say, I'm still learning. I have my water bath canner heating up, and as soon as it comes to the boil, I'm going to put my jars in there and let them be sterilizing. But I saw on my good friend's channel a couple of weeks ago, her channel is Teasers, Pleasers. She did a copycat version of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and I asked her that I was going to make it and could I film it. She said sure. So I'm linking her channel and this recipe that she did down below. She has all the ingredients listed and the timing and all. So I'm just going to put her information, and you can go to her channel and get a more more in-depth version of it. So I'm starting out with 5 cups of ketchup, and we're going to add 4 cups of brown sugar, 1 1/4 cup of molasses, that I also have 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and 1/4 cup of what's this here sauce. Say it, Richard.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
And then I have 1 cup of pineapple juice, 3/4 cup of water, and then in my bowl I have 3 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 to 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, and I've only used 1. 2 tablespoons of canning salt or kosher salt, and I had the canning salt. 4 teaspoons of pepper, and she said 1 teaspoon of celery seed. I do not and will not use celery seed. A horror story from when I was young. But so I used just a teaspoon of celery salt. I know you're really not supposed to modify canning recipes, but I didn't really see no difference with that. So now I'm going to get my whisk and mix all of this real good. And we're supposed to bring this to the boil, and then let this reduce to the thickness that we like. So I don't know how long that will take. Probably 15 or 20 minutes. You just have to do it to the thickness that you like. I know on her video, I think she did it for 30 minutes, but she liked hers thicker, so she did hers longer. But like I say, she has a more in-depth video. So I've got my pint jars washed and with warm soapy water and rinsed real good. Once my water bath canner comes up to the boil, I'm going to put my jars in there and just let them sterilize away until I get ready to can this up, and then I'll bring you back. Hey, mine started bubbling real good, so I'm turning mine down to a medium, and I give it a good whisk, and then I even take a rubber spatula and scrape the bottom to make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. I'm going to let mine reduce for about 15 or 20 minutes and see if I like it with the thickness as it is there. Okay, mine has been going for 30 minutes, and this is the thickness that we seem to like. It's pretty thick, so I'm going to cut it off and get set up to can one for you. Okay, I have everything over there sterilized, and I have my little bowl of vinegar and a paper towel. I've pulled my cans up out of the boiling water, and I'm going to just get one out when I need it. And I hope that you can see it as I go, because my kitchen is small. And we're supposed to leave a 1/2 inch head space, and on the debubbler it has these little grooves that tell that. Let me test that. See if that's a 1/2 inch. Right there. Just a tad bit more. Okay, that's a 1/2 inch. I'm going to dip my paper towel into some white vinegar. We're going to wipe the rim off and the sides. Get our seal out of the water. And it says finger tighten. And then I'm going to set this back in the canner on the rack. Alright, out of mine I got 4 pints and a 1/2 pint with just a couple of tablespoons left over. So I didn't want to fill up a whole another pint jar that wouldn't be able to fill it all the way to the top like it's supposed to. So your pints, she said, are supposed to process for 20 minutes and quarts for 25 minutes. And I'm not worried about that 1/2 pint because it'll be overly processed, which will be alright. So I'm going to carefully lower this back down in the water. And it's a good inch above the lids. Now I'm not going to start timing this until the water actually starts back to boil. Once it does, the lid stays on. I'm going to let it process for 20 minutes, and then when the 20 minutes are up, I'm going to just turn the eye off and let it set for another 5 minutes, maybe even 10, until the water stops boiling, and then I'll bring you back when we take them out. Alright, I did notice that I forgot to debubble the jars, but I hope that's still okay since it's kind of liquid. You're still supposed to debubble, but I forgot. And my 20 minutes are up, so I'm just going to cut the eye off and let them chill in there for about 5 more minutes to let the boiling kind of stop. And then I'll bring you back when I take them out. And we tasted it because we got a little left over that I'll be using, and it's really good. It's got the kick from the spices and just a tad bit of sweet, and it combines together, and it's really good. We really like it. Alright, my water's settled down. I'm going to lift the rack up. And I have a towel sitting over here that I'm going to place them on. You want to place them somewhere where they will be undisturbed for at least 24 hours. You don't want to touch them or move them or anything, and it needs to be preferably draft free. And all I gotta say is I don't know how our grandmothers, our great grandmothers canned like this when it's so hot outside. I have air, but it is so hot in my kitchen. Oof. And now we start listening for the pinging. And resist tipping your jars. Oh, I'm hearing them spilling. And tomorrow, once they cool down, I will check the seals to make sure that they all have seal. Don't come through mashing down on them. If you have to mash down on them, then they didn't seal. It should already be mashed down to mean that it has sealed. So if you actually mash it down and it seals, then it hasn't sealed correctly. So I would just put that one in the fridge and use it immediately. But and then I will wash the jars if I know that it's sealed real good. But anyway, I am still new at this and everything. So remember, if they haven't sealed, I would just use it right away. Tomorrow, I will check the seal, remove the bands, wash off the jars, and store them in a cool, dark place. There went another seal. Again, I got this recipe from the Pleasure Lady over at Teasers. Her link and her video to this will be in the description box below. Please go check out her channel. She's been canning up a storm and been making some very interesting recipes. And tell her that Cricket sent you. And thanks for coming along with me. Do you like me doing these canning videos with you? If you do, let me know, and I'll turn on the camera again. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment. I do love hearing from you. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And go check out the Pleasure Lady at Teasers Pleasers. So until my next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.